Social media is filled with images of young men showing off their well-sculpted bodies, but behind this is a much darker story of increased steroid use in the UK. So have you seen an increase then in steroid use over the years?
So 5 years ago we might have had 180 to 200 IV users and we might have had, say, 20 steroid users. Today we might have 150 IV users. If that, we've probably got 300, maybe 400 steroid users, and in some areas we've got even more than that.
So what's the average age of steroid users, and perhaps how young do they actually start from?
From about 25 to about 40 is the average age. Some 19-year-olds, but 20-year-olds up to 24, 26-year-olds that want this body image.
And what are some of the health implications then of steroid use?
If you can imagine you're a young man of 18 to 24-year-olds, your body's still developing itself. If you start to use anabolic steroids, one of the things, it will speed up your bone structure. So it actually speeds it up. So later on in life, your bones are probably thinking they're a lot older than what they are. They can crumble. Your liver functions, that's not so good. Your kidneys has massive implications on the heart, puts a lot of stress under the heart. There's a whole multitude of different viruses and illness they get from it.
With the harm steroids can do, we wanted to find out why would someone take them. So we spoke to a former user to find out. Who was it that introduced you to the steroids?
I saw a friend on social media. He posted a picture on social media, and I messaged him and said, hi, how's it going? Not seen you since school. What's your secret? What are you doing? And he said, well, I'm taking steroids. And then curiosity got hold of me. I was like, right, okay.
Can you tell us why you started using steroids?
It was insecurity. For me personally, I wasn't the tallest, or I'm not the tallest guy there is. So the only other thing for me to do was obviously to get wider.
Body dysmorphia, that's really this idea of what you see in the mirror is very different to who you physically are.
Being the age that I'm at, even the same insecurities that, sort of 16, 17, 18-year-old young people today face, and that's the issue with, this whole body dysmorphia thing. From a very young age, especially nowadays, it's put on you that you need to be bigger, faster, stronger.
Matthew Dear started using steroids at age 17, driven by his desire to join the Royal Marines. He didn't consider the danger he might be putting himself in. Tina, tell us about Matthew. What was he like as a person?
Well, Matthew was, he was a really genuine, lovely young man. He was always hardworking. He'd finished school, he'd done a college course, public services, and his ambition was to become a Royal Marine.
Can you describe the circumstances around Matthew's death?
Matthew had asked to join a local gym in line with keeping fit. He'd been working and he was seeing his girlfriend in the evening, and he was feeling very tired, and we just thought, he's burning the candle at both ends. He'd gone upstairs to have a lay down. He just wasn't himself, and then one of our other children come running down and said that Matthew was on the landing trying to make his way to the bathroom, feeling very sick. It was horrendous because, one minute you've got a healthy young teenager, and the next minute, for over, the course of the week that he was in hospital, every sort of, he would deteriorate. And they said, he'd suffered brainstem damage, and there was no coming back from that. And you think, this can't be happening.
So if people are watching at home and they're considering steroid use, what would you say to them?
Is it worth it? Matthew took that risk, and he ended up losing his life.